A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a series of inflammatory remarks, President Donald Trump has labeled Somali immigrants in the United States as garbage, suggesting they contribute nothing to society and should leave the country. These comments came amidst reports of impending immigration enforcement operations targeting Somali immigrants in Minnesota. Trump's statements have drawn sharp criticism, particularly from the state's Somali community, which is the largest in the nation. Official statistics reveal that nearly 58% of Somalis in Minnesota were actually born in the U.S., with 87% of the foreign-born Somali population being naturalized citizens. This stark contrast to Trump's claims raises questions about the accuracy and impact of his rhetoric. During a cabinet meeting, Trump stated, "We can go one way or the other, and we're going to go the wrong way if we keep taking in garbage into our country." He further reiterated his stance during an Oval Office event, insisting that Somalians should be out of here and accusing them of having destroyed our country. Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey, who has been vocal about his opposition to Trump's comments, was dismissed by the president as a fool, with Trump expressing his lack of pride in having the largest Somali population in the U.S. These remarks have come at a time when the Trump administration has paused all immigration applications from Somalia, a country that has been plagued by conflict and instability for decades. Since the fall of dictator Siad Barre, Somalia has faced civil war, the rise of extremist groups like al-Shabab, and widespread insecurity that has forced millions to flee. Many Somalis have spent years in refugee camps in neighboring countries, hoping for a chance to immigrate to the U.S. or elsewhere. The situation in Somalia remains dire, with al-Shabab continuing to pose a significant threat, conducting deadly attacks in the capital, Mogadishu. The U.S. Embassy in Somalia, which returned in 2019 after years of absence due to security concerns, is now located in a heavily fortified compound. The fragile federal government of Somalia is engaged in a total war against al-Shabab, but the group's resilience is evident, exacerbated by the complex clan dynamics within the country. As Somalia grapples with ongoing conflict, the humanitarian crisis is compounded by climate change, which has led to devastating droughts and floods. The International Crisis Group has noted the intertwining of climate change and conflict, with al-Shabab exploiting vulnerable communities by controlling access to water. Meanwhile, Minnesota is facing its own challenges, as a series of multi-million-dollar alleged fraud schemes have come to light, drawing the attention of the Trump administration. President Trump has criticized Democratic Governor Tim Walz over these fraud cases, labeling Minnesota a hub of fraudulent money laundering activity. The U.S. Treasury is now investigating whether public assistance funds from Minnesota have been funneled to al-Shabab. The fraud cases originated from a nonprofit called Feeding Our Future, which allegedly submitted fake meal count sheets to claim funds for meals that were never served during the COVID-19 pandemic. This scheme, described as the largest pandemic fraud in the United States, has led to multiple indictments and convictions. Prosecutors have indicated that the vulnerabilities in federal assistance programs during the pandemic have contributed to widespread fraud, with estimates suggesting that COVID-19 fraud has cost taxpayers around $1 trillion nationwide. The Feeding Our Future case is not isolated, as state officials have shut down several programs due to large-scale fraud, including a housing program for seniors and a service program for children with autism. The investigations into these fraud cases have intensified scrutiny on state officials and their handling of public assistance programs. As the situation unfolds, the intersection of Trump's controversial remarks about Somali immigrants and the ongoing fraud investigations in Minnesota highlights the complexities and challenges facing both the Somali community and state officials. The ramifications of these issues are likely to resonate in the political landscape for months to come, as both local and national conversations continue to evolve. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.